Have you ever wondered what would happen if your main income suddenly disappeared? Not because you were bad at your job, but because your company downsized, your industry changed, your health failed, or the economy entered a difficult season. The paycheck you once considered stable could stop with very little warning. A steady job can create a feeling of safety, but one income stream does not always create real security. When your entire financial life depends on one paycheck, your housing, family responsibilities, everyday expenses, and future plans all rest on a single source. The biggest concern is not that your salary is too low. It is that your ability to earn money may be limited to one role at one company. That is why more working adults are exploring side hustles, not to quit tomorrow or get rich quickly, but to build another skill, another income stream, and a backup plan for their lives. A meaningful side hustle should not require you to work until exhaustion or sacrifice every hour of rest. A good one should help you accumulate at least one of three things: money, valuable skills, or an asset that can keep producing value. If an extra job only consumes time, health, and energy without improving your skills, increasing your earning power, or creating an asset, it may simply be another shift rather than a real side business. Lucas Schneider's story began when he was 30. Born in Hamburg, Germany, he worked as an operations coordinator for a mid-sized company in Munich. His salary covered rent, groceries, transportation, and basic savings, but there was not much room left at the end of each month. Lucas Schneider believed that life was reasonably secure. He planned to work hard, wait for raises, save gradually, and let time improve everything. Then an unexpected company meeting announced falling revenue and a round of layoffs. Lucas Schneider kept his job, but several respected coworkers did not. One of the employees who was laid off had been with the company for almost 7 years. He was skilled, dependable, punctual, and had never received a disciplinary warning. None of that could protect his position when the company could no longer afford it. That evening, Lucas Schneider sat alone in his apartment, opened his banking app, and looked at his savings. For the first time, he calculated how long he could survive without a paycheck. 4 months of savings sounded reasonable, but in a weak job market, finding a comparable role and salary could easily take longer. Lucas Schneider realized his problem was not simply that he was not earning enough. His real problem was dependence. He began researching side hustles. At first, he encountered promises of effortless passive income, businesses requiring no capital, and money arriving while he slept. The deeper he looked, the more he understood that sustainable income was built through skill, work, and trust. Lucas Schneider did not want to gamble with his main job or borrow money to launch a business. His first goal was simple: earn an additional $500 per month from work he could perform after hours using skills he already had. After nearly 2 years of experiments, mistakes, adjustments, and learning, Lucas Schneider identified 5 practical side hustle categories for people with full-time jobs. None promised instant wealth, but each could build real income, useful skills, and future opportunities. The first category is freelance services. This is often the most practical path because most working adults are not starting from zero. After several years of employment, you already possess skills that somebody else may value. An office employee may know spreadsheets, reporting, presentation design, data entry, copywriting, photo editing, short-form video, social media management, customer support, or document translation. These tasks may feel routine inside your company, but to a local business, solo entrepreneur, nonprofit, or early-stage startup, they can solve expensive and time-consuming problems. A common mistake is believing you must become a world-class expert before selling a service. Most clients do not need the best person on the planet. They need someone capable, reliable, responsive, and able to deliver on time. If you can edit a basic video, you do not need to begin with a national advertising campaign. You can start by creating short videos for a local shop, coach, teacher, restaurant, or small online brand. If you are strong with spreadsheets, you can build sales trackers, expense reports, inventory sheets, or staff schedules. If you can write clearly, you can create product descriptions, newsletters, website copy, or social posts. Lucas Schneider began with presentation design. At his main job, he regularly prepared sales reports and internal decks. He had considered it a minor workplace task, but then realized many founders, students, and consultants struggled to present information clearly. He created 3 portfolio samples, a company overview deck, a quarterly performance report, and a graduate school project presentation. Instead of advertising that he could design anything, he described exactly what he offered and for whom. His first client paid $80. Lucas Schneider spent almost 2 full days completing the project, so the hourly return was poor. Still, the project taught him how to ask questions, define the scope, manage feedback, and limit revisions. By his 5th project, Lucas Schneider had templates, an intake questionnaire, and a repeatable workflow. His completion time fell by almost half, while his price more than doubled. That is the advantage of a skill-based service. You may begin by selling hours, but systems allow you to sell outcomes. Freelancing also contains a major trap, accepting every kind of job from every kind of client. When you claim that you can write anything, design anything, or edit every type of video, potential clients cannot understand what you do best. Instead of saying, "I write content," say, "I write 10 to 20-minute educational YouTube scripts for personal finance channels." Instead of saying, "I design presentations," define the specific business problem you solve. The second category is teaching, tutoring, or coaching a specific skill. It can have excellent margins because the startup cost is low and the primary product is organized knowledge. Many people assume they need advanced degrees or complete mastery before teaching. In reality, you only need to be responsibly ahead of the learner and honest about the limits of your expertise. An accountant can teach a shop owner basic cash flow tracking. A software specialist can teach beginners how to use a program. An experienced runner can coach safe fundamentals. Someone who passed a professional exam can help candidates organize their preparation. Clients do not pay only for information because information is widely available for free. They pay for structure, guidance, feedback, accountability, and a shorter path to a result. Sophie, one of Lucas Schneider's friends, worked in human resources and spoke strong business English. She initially tutored one international graduate 2 evenings per week and earned about $300 per month. After 3 months, Sophie noticed that her learners repeatedly faced the same problems: limited workplace vocabulary, weak email writing, and anxiety during meetings. She built an 8-week program with 1 topic, 1 assignment, and 1 progress review each week. Once the program became structured, Sophie could teach small groups of 4 to 6 learners. She kept her full-time job and taught only 3 evenings per week. After a year, the side income reached almost half of her regular salary. Her communication, presentation, and organizational skills also improved. That is a sign of a strong side hustle. It earns money while making you more capable in your primary career. To teach sustainably, avoid promising outcomes you cannot control. You can commit to the curriculum, support, response quality, and preparation, but the final result also depends on the learner's effort and circumstances. The third category is content creation and a focused personal brand. When people hear content creator, they often imagine fame, millions of views, and advertising income. The greatest value of content is not short-term views. It is helping the right people discover who you are, what you understand, and which problems you can solve. A small, focused audience can be commercially valuable. A repair channel with only a few thousand followers can generate service clients. A spreadsheet page can attract consulting work. A niche newsletter can open doors to partnerships and speaking opportunities. A local travel channel may create collaborations with hotels, restaurants, tour operators, or regional brands. You do not have to appear on camera. Content can use writing, graphics, screen recordings, animation, stock footage, and voiceover. The key is choosing a topic you can discuss for years and that addresses real demand. A trend may create temporary views, but it rarely creates durable motivation or expertise. Lucas Schneider launched a faceless channel about business presentations. During the first 3 months, most videos received only a few dozen views. Had his only goal been fame, he would probably have quit. Instead, he treated each video as a searchable demonstration of his knowledge. After almost 6 months, a small business owner discovered Lucas Schneider's video about presenting monthly sales results and contacted him for a paid project. The content had performed part of the sales process while Lucas Schneider was working or resting. But content was not passive income at the beginning. It required research, scripting, production, publishing, and improvement. Many creators fail because they expect money too early. After 10 low-view videos, they change topics. After one unprofitable month, they launch another channel. Every restart resets the trust they were beginning to build. A personal brand grows through repetition. When viewers repeatedly see you address the same group of problems with consistent quality and a clear point of view, they begin to remember and trust you. Content income may eventually come from advertising, sponsorships, affiliate marketing, services, consulting, courses, digital products, or physical products. Every stream depends on one core asset: trust. The fourth category is creating and selling digital products, such as ebooks, templates, spreadsheets, design packs, short courses, checklists, practice questions, contract templates, or planning systems. This model is attractive because once the product is complete, producing an additional copy costs almost nothing. There is no physical inventory, packing, or shipping. That does not make digital products easy money. The hardest part is not creating a file. It is creating something people truly need and are willing to purchase. A safer approach is to begin with a proven problem. Repeated customer questions may reveal a product opportunity. A recurring task may be turned into a template, checklist, or guided tool. If learners repeatedly make the same mistake, you can build a resource that helps them avoid it. The best digital products often emerge from experience serving real people. After a year of presentation work, Lucas Schneider noticed that many small clients could not afford custom design, but still needed professional reports. He turned his 10 most used layouts into an editable template pack. The pack sold only 7 copies during its first month at $19 each. The revenue was modest, but buyers revealed a new problem. They did not know which layout to use for different types of information. Lucas Schneider added a guide explaining when to use a bar chart, line chart, table, comparison slide, or process diagram. The product became more useful because customer feedback improved it. The template pack did not make Lucas Schneider rich overnight. It created a different kind of income. Previously, every dollar required him to complete another custom project. Still, uploading a product does not make sales automatic. Customers must discover it, understand the problem it solves, and trust that it fits their needs. Services help you understand customers. Teaching helps you organize knowledge. Content helps you build trust. Together, these activities can reveal and distribute a useful digital product. The fifth category is a micro business. Many people hear business and imagine leasing a storefront, buying large quantities of inventory, running expensive ads, and investing tens of thousands of dollars. A microbusiness can begin with pre-ordered meals, gift boxes, weekend photography, pet sitting, household repairs, local tours, equipment rental, or small event decoration. These models solve a specific need within a limited market. Customers do not buy because your idea sounds grand. They buy because you make a real task easier, faster, safer, or more convenient. A busy professional may need breakfast delivered. A traveling family may need reliable pet care. An online shop may need product photographs. A neighborhood event may need simple decoration. Lucas Schneider's coworker Marcus loved cooking. Each weekend he prepared meals for his family, and coworkers began asking whether they could order portions. Rather than quit and open a restaurant, Marcus created a fixed menu and accepted pre-orders every Thursday. This allowed him to reduce waste, control ingredient costs, and avoid rent. At first, his weekly profit was only about $100. After 6 months, Marcus knew which dishes sold, which ingredients had unstable prices, how long preparation required, and the maximum number of orders he could fulfill without harming his full-time job. This is a critical principle in small business. Growing before you understand quality, cost, and cash flow can increase revenue while reducing profit. A small beginning is not embarrassing. The smaller the first experiment, the lower the cost of learning. Serve 10 customers before 100, accept pre-orders before buying inventory, and rent equipment before purchasing it. After studying these 5 paths, Lucas Schneider understood that no side hustle is best for everyone. The right choice depends on skills, time, personality, health, capital, family responsibilities, and personal goals. Someone with only 5 free hours per week may prefer freelancing or tutoring. Someone willing to invest years may build content and a personal brand. Someone who enjoys systems may create digital products. The danger is copying another person's success without considering your own circumstances. An outgoing person may enjoy selling and events, while a private analytical person may prefer templates, research, or editing. A parent with young children cannot use every evening the way a college student can. Your side hustle must be designed around the life you actually have. Ask 5 questions. First, which existing skill can solve a real problem? Second, who has that problem and will pay to solve it? Third, how much time and energy can you consistently invest? Fourth, will the work improve your skills or create a long-term asset? Fifth, what is the lowest cost way to test the idea? Lucas Schneider did not start all 5 models. He chose one presentation service. Diversifying income does not mean starting many things at once. A channel, store, course, freelance service, and new skill launched simultaneously will divide your attention until none receives enough effort. During the beginning, focus matters most. Choose one path, test it for at least 3 months, collect evidence, and evaluate real outcomes. The first goal should be learning, not maximum income. One paying customer is more valuable than 1,000 unrelated followers. A real order matters more than compliments because payment proves that the problem is important enough to inspire action. During month 1, inventory your skills and define one offer. During month 2, find 3 to 5 early customers through colleagues, friends, professional communities, or local businesses. If nobody responds after 3 months, reconsider the problem: audience, message, or distribution. Do not immediately conclude that you lack ability. A useful skill can fail when the offer is vague or shown to the wrong people. A side hustle should be managed like a serious financial activity. Separate the income from everyday spending, record revenue and expenses, and reserve money for taxes where required. If you earn $800 but spend $450 on software, advertising, travel, and materials, your profit is not $800. If a $300 project consumes 40 hours, the economics may not be sustainable. Low income can be acceptable while you are learning, but over time, your hourly value should improve through better skills, pricing, systems, products, or leverage. Reinvest part of the income in skills, tools, and systems, but do not risk your entire emergency fund to expand too early. Expensive equipment does not automatically create customers, and buying a course does not automatically create competence. Increase costs only when you understand how the investment will raise revenue, save time, or improve quality. Protect your primary job by avoiding conflicts of interest and never using company time, data, equipment, or clients. Your current job provides cash flow, experience, and stability while you build something new. Treat it as a foundation, not an enemy. Health is also capital. If you work from morning until midnight, sleep 4 hours, and remain constantly stressed, the extra income may not compensate for the long-term damage. The purpose of a side hustle is to expand freedom. When it destroys every form of balance, the operating model needs to change. After nearly 2 years, Lucas Schneider had a larger emergency fund, several months of revenue records, standardized workflows, and more than one customer acquisition source. The biggest change was not in Lucas Schneider's bank account. It was in his thinking. He no longer believed that one employer had complete control over his earning potential. He learned that income could also come from identifying problems, improving skills, and creating value for a market. This insight made him more confident at his main job, not less respectful of it. It teaches you that money is not generated only by attendance at an office. Money follows useful value, and that value can be packaged as a service, lesson, piece of content, product, or small business. The 5 paths we examined: freelance services, teaching, content creation, digital products, and microbusinesses share one important advantage. You do not need to be wealthy before you begin. You do not have to resign tomorrow, take a large loan, or announce that you are becoming an entrepreneur. Begin with one skill, one customer problem, and one small test. Prove value before investing heavily. Build a process before expanding. Protect your reputation before maximizing profit. Stay patient long enough for skill, trust, and systems to compound. No worthwhile side hustle prints money from the first day. Behind a dependable income stream are hundreds of hours of practice, rejection, imperfect projects, and gradual improvement. When your skills are improving, your reputation is strengthening, your process is becoming clearer, and customers are becoming more satisfied, you are moving forward even if the first month's income is modest. 3 years will pass whether you begin or not. The difference is whether you finish those 3 years with only more job tenure or with an additional skill, brand, customer base, and income-producing asset. Financial freedom rarely begins with a huge windfall. It begins by gradually reducing dependence on a single paycheck. Every new customer, useful skill, completed product, and dollar earned outside your job strengthens that foundation. Thank you for spending this time with Financial Tutor. If this video helped you think more clearly about side hustles, subscribe to the channel for practical personal finance lessons. Share this video with someone who has a stable job but still feels uneasy about relying on only one income stream. A better perspective may not change life immediately, but it can change the next decision. You do not need to start big or make a loud announcement. Choose one skill, solve one problem, and create value for the first customer. That is how a durable side hustle journey begins.